What if you could start every single day with more peace and productivity and less chaos? Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it can actually be a reality. And you don't have to get up at 5 a.m. or start your day with a crazy cardio workout in order to make this work for you. So in this video, I am sharing my very simple 3-step process to creating a customized morning routine that fits you. Hi, my name is Erin Hayworth, and I am a goals coach and productivity strategist. I work specifically with online entrepreneurs to help them save time by using simple systems and customized action plans so that they can grow their business without the burnout. On this channel, I share the tips, the tricks, the strategies, all the things that you need to make sure that you are leveraging your limited time and energy. So make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscribe and that little notification bell so that you don't miss a single video. So today I am talking about a super simple routine that most people have created, but then let slide because they just can't keep up with it. Okay, so tell me if this sounds like you. You have gone and you've created the shiny new morning routine, right? And you've gotten super excited about it and laid it all out and you're super, super excited about it. But then the more that you do it, you start to hit snooze more often and it just slowly slides off until your mornings are just as chaotic and not peaceful, not productive, and you're back to square one. Does that sound about right? And it's not because there's anything wrong with you. It's not because of anything that you're doing wrong, other than you're trying to take somebody else's morning routine and make it yours by just copying and pasting it. That's what I see most often. Not everybody is meant or built or needs to get up at 5 a.m. every single day. Not everyone needs to do a cardio workout or yoga or journaling or meditation or whatever it is first thing in the morning. In order to create a morning routine that truly works for you and something that you're going to truly stick with, it has to be your own. You can gather inspiration from all sorts of other people, and that's totally fine, but it's how you integrate it into exactly what you want your morning routine to be and do for you that's going to make it magical, that's going to make it stick. So here are my 3 very simple steps to create a morning routine that truly works for you, okay? So the first one is to align. So what does that mean? I just want you to ask yourself, how do I want to feel? How do I want my morning routine to make me feel? So for some people, it's I just want to feel grounded and peaceful before the chaos of the day ensues. Maybe it's I want to feel more productive because by the time that 9 a.m. hits and the barrage of emails and mamas and all of these other things coming flying at you, the Slack notifications, the email notifications, the Instagram notifications, all the things, you start to lose that momentum, right? So you want to be more productive. You want to get more done in the morning when the house is quiet, when you have some time to yourself, right? You may want to feel connected. So maybe your morning routine isn't just about you. It's about spending time with your kids or spending time with your husband or your partner or your spouse or your mom or whoever it might be. So the number one thing that you need to start with this step 1 is to figure out how do you actually want your morning routine to make you feel, not just in that morning, but as you continue throughout the day. Okay, so that's step 1. Very simple question, but if you don't start here, then you're not gonna have the filter through which you need to pass everything else, okay? So the second step is to create a plan. So based on that feeling that you just outlined, knowing how I want to feel every single day, what are the just few activities? It can be anywhere from like 1 to 3, 4, 5. You get to design this exactly as you need it to be. What are those activities that are going to elicit that feeling for you, right? So if you want to feel more peaceful and grounded, then it might be savoring a cup of coffee in the morning while you are reading your Bible, or it might be doing a devotional, or it might be reading a book or meditating or journaling or something like that, right? And again, it's not these are the only things you have to choose from. It's based on that feeling and based on the experiences that you have. When do you feel that? When do you feel most grounded? During what activities, right? and then pick those things out. If you want to feel more productive, what are the things that you want to feel more productive on? Is it you want to have more things done in your business before clients realize you're awake? Is it you want to have the house at a certain place? Is it you want to have bills at a certain place? You know, it gets to be whatever it is that you need it to be, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. But you have to understand, okay, if I want to be productive, if I want to feel productive, what exactly do I want to feel productive on, right? So that's the second piece, is to kind of figure out what are the activities that if I did those things, it would help elicit that feeling that we outlined in step 1, okay? And so then once you figure out what the individual activities are, you can start playing around with actually sequencing them. Sequencing them just means which one are you gonna do first, what comes next, what comes next, what comes next, right? If you are a coffee person, I highly, highly recommend that coffee is somewhere near the top so that you feel more energized going through the rest of it. I know for myself, coffee is like the very first thing that I do every single morning, and while I am preparing for my day, because it gives me that groundedness that I really need to feel, right? So sequence the activities, and then you're going to take this and test it out. And that's what's so brilliant about this, is your morning routine can change at any time as you need it to. This is not set in stone. And there's a really big difference between experimenting and pivoting and giving up on it altogether. Okay, so let me explain. So say you are a new mom. I work with lots of clients who are moms and have had this exact thing happen to them. They are doing really, really fine. The baby's sleeping well, and all of a sudden there's a sleep regression, right? And you're up all night. So there's no way you're getting up at 6 a.m. to start your journaling practice or your gratitude practice or your workout or whatever it might be. So when external circumstances change, you're allowed to take a look at your morning routine and say, okay, what about this still applies? And what changes do I need to make to still elicit that feeling? Okay? So the experimentation part of this is, part of it is you're creating this plan based on what you think is gonna work. So you're going to start implementing it and getting curious about, okay, how does this make me feel? Is 6 a.m., is 7 a.m., is 6:30, is 6:45? What time is best for me to get up? What time do I need to go to bed in order to get up and feel like I can do all the things that I need to do, right? So creating the plan is not where you end, and implementing the plan is not where you end. It's about taking that new morning routine and start testing it out and making it work and working the plan. Okay, and getting curious. If this doesn't feel like it's working, what parts of it don't feel like it's working and why? Again, there's no shame in creating a morning routine and then being like, I have to change this because it's not working. The only way that a morning routine is gonna actually fail you is if you give up on it altogether and you just go back to square one, okay? So if this has been helpful, but you feel like you need a little bit of just some inspiration and you want to know what I do in my morning routine right now, you can go check out my very own magic morning routine. I created a video about it that I will link into in the description that you can go and check out. If you feel like your morning routine is all laid out, but you need a little bit of help with your evening routine and making sure that you're setting yourself up to really win the next day, the night before, then I highly recommend you check out my video on creating an evening routine that truly helps you win tomorrow. So here's that link. Go ahead and click on that to watch that video next.